Carro is one of the fastest growing company in the history of Singapore. Within 6 years, they hit $1 billion valuation and their revenue is at more than $300 million per year. That is very impressive. What is interesting is that Carro is in a traditional industry with many competitors. There are already many dealers and platforms that are buying and selling cars. So how did Carro become so successful? This is a question that I try to answer in this video. The first thing that came to my mind is, didn't we already have a huge platform for buying and selling cars in Singapore? SG Carmart was a success story and they were sold for over $60 million to SPH. Why is there room for another portal to come in? Upon further investigation, I saw the reason. Let me give you an example. SG Carmart website has a number of legacy issues due to older technology. Firstly, it's not built for mobile traffic. When I switch to mobile view on their website, it's not responsive. It is difficult to use and navigate on mobile. Given that more than 61% of website traffic in Singapore is on mobile device, that is a major underserved area in the car market. On the other hand, Carro's website is very mobile friendly. This is a big deal. On top of that, SG Carmart's interface looked like a classifieds website. Classifieds were popular 10 to 20 years ago, but it is not our favorite interface now. We are all about clean, minimalistic design now. As you can see, classified design style has a lot of images and content everywhere. They try to squeeze in as much information as possible. It looks very cluttered. Nowadays, consumers like it clean because people's attention span has dropped a lot. The best practice is to keep to one call to action in every page. Keep it simple and clean. That said, perhaps the biggest reason Carro can enter the market and grow quickly is due to one thing: transparency. Sure, like SG Carmart, they provide information such as the year of origin, depreciation, and COE amount, and so on the website. But Carro goes one step further, or I should say many steps further. Not only do they have general information about the car, they go into the details. They have the history of the car and they check 160 different things and they tell you which part of the car has issues. They are very transparent. They are not trying to hide anything. They even have a video that shows you the car itself. And people like to consume content on video nowadays. But why is it that transparency is so important, you might ask? Well, consumers like transparency, but the internet loves transparency even more. More specifically, Google loves transparency. They will prioritize your content if you can provide more information than your competitors. Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it accessible. Think about it, before the internet, you have to go to a library to find information, or you have to ask people for information, right? Now you can Google everything. So if you align yourself with Google's mission, they will reward you with more traffic and high rankings on SEO. That's why Carro gets a lot of traffic from Google. So you should look into providing more information and more transparency to your audience, whichever industry you are in. Not only will you do well online with more transparency, you will also build better relationship with your users. This is why I'm doing these YouTube videos talking about the good and bad of our industry, everything. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. In business, having the right strategy or being at the right place alone is not enough. You need to nail the right timing as well. Carro has done that. When COVID came out in 2019 and became a serious problem in 2020, we were all stuck at home due to circuit breaker. We cannot go out and meet people or go shopping. But people still needed to buy cars, especially with more disposable income from being stuck in Singapore and not going on holidays. There is more demand for cars. Carro was the best option for car buyers because they provided so much information online. Their platform is like an online car salesman. Basically, all the information you need to get from a salesperson is provided online. 2020 was a pivotal moment in digital marketing because people started to buy big ticket items like second-hand cars online, and Carro played an important role in facilitating that process. This behavior didn't stop after COVID crisis. For people in our generation as well as the newer generation, we don't like to haggle or bargain with salespeople. It's not just because of COVID, it is a phenomenon. People prefer to get their own information and take charge of the buying process. So when a platform like Carro comes along, it is like a dream come true for us. It solved a major problem in the industry, which is information asymmetry and people getting ripped off by salesmen or buying faulty cars. With Carro, we don't have to do charades with the salesman anymore. It makes purchase less stressful for us. They have the right strategy at the right time. The other reason Carro grew so fast is that they are very aggressive in advertising. When you check out their Facebook ads library, you can see they have 95 ads, which is a lot. They are using their ads to get both car buyers and sellers and grow their business. They adopt quite a number of good practices in their ads. For example, in this ad, you can see they frame their product as pre-owned car instead of second-hand car. The connotation is totally different. Pre-owned sounds more neutral, whereas second-hand is negative and has less perceived value. Copywriting is very important when it comes to getting results in online ads. In terms of copywriting, however, their ads are mostly solution aware instead of problem aware, which means they go straight into the solution directly, such as sell your car in 3 simple steps, buy a Carro certified car. They are all very direct. That is fine, but having diversity and testing different ads will be more optimal. I thought they could really go deeper into a pinpoint of target audience given that they are solving a real pain point in the industry. It doesn't have to be offensive. They can use a third-party story to talk about the pain points, such as having to bargain with salesmen or difficulty finding real information online. This will resonate with their target audience and grab people's attention, especially in the cluttered Facebook newsfeed. Carro tend to adopt the Facebook guidelines and recommendations in their ads. For example, videos are shorter than 20 seconds. However, we learned over the years that Facebook doesn't really know what works all the time. We have even used 2-minute video or even 5-minute videos and it converts very well. So it's important to split tests rather than just follow Facebook best practices. In fact, the video on the landing page I mentioned earlier would make for a good ad creative. This is because people like seeing real faces that they can connect with. In this case, there are a lot of stock videos which is corporate and not so relatable. This will affect conversions. At the end of the day, we always say that the digital marketing strategy is secondary to the business strategy. In this instance, Carro has a very strong business case and very clear USPs, such as their 160-point checklist and their 1-year warranty. All these points lend itself to a very strong ad copy, but they can amplify further with copywriting. Thanks for watching this video. Do like, subscribe and press the bell notification button so that when new videos are released, you will be notified. I'll catch you soon.